If you've watched our previous video on why foreign founders often struggle with traditional Hong Kong bank accounts, you probably already know the reality. It's become significantly more difficult, especially for non-resident-owned companies without local operations. But the good news is that the options available in 2026 are much broader than they were even a few years ago. In this video, I'll give you a clear and balanced overview of the main business banking options for foreign founders setting up Hong Kong companies, including traditional banks and the growing range of digital solutions, so you can make a more informed decision for your specific situation. Traditional banks today. Let's start with traditional banks, because they still play a role for some founders. Banks like HSBC, Bank of China, Hong Kong, DBS, and others continue to offer full banking services. For companies with clear Hong Kong substance, such as local customers, operations, or meaningful business activity in the region, it is still possible to open an account, though the process is usually slower and more demanding than before. However, for many foreign-owned companies that are fully online or have limited local presence, traditional banks often remain very cautious due to compliance and risk considerations. This is exactly what we covered in detail in the previous video. The rise of digital solutions. Over the past few years, a range of digital banking and financial platforms have emerged to serve international founders more effectively. These solutions generally fall into two main categories. First, licensed virtual banks in Hong Kong. These are fully licensed by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority and offer digital-first banking experiences. Some of them provide business accounts. Second, international digital business platforms. These are not traditional banks, but specialized financial service providers that offer multi-currency accounts, fast international transfers, and remote onboarding tailored for global businesses. Both categories have made it significantly easier for non-resident founders to get operational banking capabilities without needing to fly to Hong Kong in many cases. Key factors to compare. When comparing your options, here are the practical factors that usually matter most to foreign founders. Speed of approval and onboarding. Digital platforms are generally much faster, sometimes days instead of weeks or months. Multi-currency capabilities. This is often a major advantage of digital solutions, especially for e-commerce and SaaS businesses dealing with multiple markets. Remote opening. Most digital options allow full remote application, while traditional banks frequently still prefer or require some in-person element. Fees and FX rates. Digital platforms often offer more competitive foreign exchange rates and lower international transfer fees, though you should always check the total cost for your specific usage pattern. Regulatory protection and licensing. Licensed virtual banks in Hong Kong offer deposit protection up to 500,000 Hong Kong dollars per depositor. International platforms operate under different licensing regimes, so it's important to understand what protection applies. Business model fit. Some platforms are better suited for high-volume e-commerce, while others work well for holding companies or professional services. How to choose the right option for your business. So, how should you decide? If your Hong Kong company has real local substance, or you need full traditional banking services, such as large local HKD facilities or complex trade finance, then pursuing a traditional bank may still be worthwhile, even if it takes more effort. If you run an e-commerce or SaaS business with international revenue and need fast, low-cost multi-currency payments, then a digital business platform is often the more practical starting point. If you want a Hong Kong-regulated digital bank with deposit protection and a local presence, then exploring licensed virtual banks in Hong Kong makes sense. Many founders actually use a combination, for example, a digital platform for day-to-day international operations alongside a traditional account once the business has more substance. The key is to be realistic about your current situation, rather than assuming one type of account is always better. Realistic expectations in 2026. Whatever route you choose, it's important to have realistic expectations. Digital solutions have made things much easier, but they are not magic. You will still need to go through proper compliance and KYC processes. Some platforms may decline applications based on business type, risk profile, or source of funds. Traditional banks have not become dramatically easier. The bar remains higher for non-resident-owned companies without clear substance. The founders who succeed are usually those who prepare good documentation, understand their own business model clearly, and choose the type of account that actually matches their needs rather than chasing the easiest option. How CapTime can help. At CapTime, we work with many foreign founders who are navigating exactly these banking decisions. While we don't provide banking services directly, we can help you understand your options based on your specific business model. We can also support you with preparing the necessary company documentation and compliance foundation, which makes any banking application stronger, whether you're approaching a traditional bank or a digital platform. If you're currently setting up your Hong Kong company or trying to decide on the best banking approach, feel free to book a free consultation with our team. We'll help you look at your situation clearly and explore the most suitable paths. Key takeaway. In 2026, foreign founders have more realistic business banking options for Hong Kong companies than ever before. But success still depends on choosing the right type of solution for your specific situation and preparing properly. Whether you go with a traditional bank, a licensed virtual bank, or an international digital platform, the key is alignment with your business model and having realistic expectations. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more practical content on Hong Kong company setup, banking, and compliance. See you in the next video.